Peace, fam. This is your brother Maul, the other Maul, hitting you with an extra special segment today. Still Talm about it, right? This is an extra segment where we take those sideline conversations and those little tangent conversations and it's turned into its own thing. It got a life all its own. Sometimes the conversation is that good, whatever you're sipping on is that good, whatever you're smoking on is that good, but the conversation get extra better, so we added an extra segment because we still talking about it.
Still talking about on a Thursday. Now talking about
At the crib turned up.
got a guest, my cousin. You can introduce yourself.
Yeah, man. I go by Sean nowadays. So, Sean, I'm from VA, all the way out here in Cali. You know what I mean? Just doing what I do. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
You brought a convo, so I'll say the Sean convo for later. You brought a convo to the table, right?
Yeah. I mean, some young cats been asking me some questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what's the criteria for a good woman? You know what I'm saying? Or what do you think? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's each individual. You know what I mean? A personal thing, but like, what is the criteria for a woman that you want to settle down with? And that was posed to me. You know what I mean? So I was asked the question. So I'm gonna send the question back out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? See what y'all said, then I'm gonna answer on. You know what I'm saying? What I feel. You know what I mean? What y'all got?
The question sounds like a trap. Get a nigga in trouble and
Trap.
you know what I mean? But honestly, two things you said, you know what I mean, it is from person to person. You know what I mean, what your criteria is. But I also definitely believe it starts with yourself and knowing what you're bringing to the table. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people ain't bringing nothing to the table, and then they asking or they set the standards for what they want. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of where I think I would start there. You know what I mean? You got any especially from my last episode, dude. You got any you got 2 cents on this?
Again, as the resident hoe, I guess I ain't motherfucking. I'm probably not the one to ask, man. I mean, but you know, I'm on par with everybody else as you know what I'm saying. Like, what you expect from a woman is more or less, you know what I'm saying, person to person. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to sound like misogynist because I'd be attacked every time. I'd be like, yo, but it's still old school man thing, right? A man need a woman to, you know what I'm saying, to take care of the home. I need a home builder, you know what I'm saying? Someone who can hold down fort while I, you know what I mean? But again, it's whatever the relationship dictate itself, you know what I'm saying? Not really. But again, I'm probably not the person to ask because I be fucking up. I be, you know what I'm saying? I can't.
But you got your own opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I mean, even if you ain't got one particular one, you know you probably got a standard. Like, hey, if I was to, I know what I want and what I don't want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I got. As far as me, you know what I'm saying? I wanna. I don't know, bro. I'm a caveman, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I want a woman that can cook, clean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take care of the babies, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker dollars these books, you know what I'm saying? I'll bring home the bacon, I'll shoot the motherfucking deer, goddamn. I'll fucking, you know what I mean? I do my part in that direction, you do your part in this direction. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old caveman kind of guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I be, that's what I would want, you know what I'm saying? Someone that take care of shit like that. But again, I ain't been able to find them. I be fucking up. You know what I'm saying? I let the wrong head do the work.
The Rolling Stone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I was thinking, I guess, yeah. I guess you could pose the question to my brother. See what he got to say about it. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess y'all can speak to each other
Paul,
first.
how you been, man?
What up, baby? What's up, boy?
Good, man.
Yo,
6 hours away.
goddamn.
I need to make that trip out there, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Get your ass. What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
That's good,
How
man.
you been?
Pretty good. Look, my man got the office background with framed diplomas and certificates and stuff.
Hey,
Chelsea
dude.
got accomplished.
Hey, hey, dude. See, Mo, Chelsea is respecting the fact that he know we ain't got all this sun. You know what I mean? He went ahead and just got in the office. He knows it's dark over here on the East Coast. He respected us.
Yeah.
Here you come with those sunny California.
It's
I got
always
you, dude.
That's what we talking about, man.
Now I'm talking
with the trees and shit.
I got the golden retriever right here, boy. We
Oh,
got
word. You belong in a sitcom, my nigga, with that dog.
I know, right?
this Black Full House, baby.
Hell yeah.
It's a full ass house though. These kids.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, was the question criteria or what is it that you're looking at?
Man.
Go ahead and ask a question before I stumble through these words and try to get to what you're saying.
Looking forward in.
Let me see. something.
So how did the convo come up? You was talking to, you said young dudes from work or whatever?
It was just some cats, and it was just like,
And is it because you the only married dude in the crew or what?
yeah, pretty much that right there.
Yeah, I know how it be.
Yeah. So they younger cats, they in their 20s, so they still dating, you know what I'm saying? So they'd be like what? One of the questions was like, how did you know this was the one? You know what I'm saying? And like, so that was one question that was posed to me, you know what I mean? So I figured like, what is like, I'm posing it to y'all, like, okay, what it would be like the criteria for a woman that you would want to settle down with. So everybody answered the question. So I pose it to you, Maul.
Oh, to me, to this mall?
Yeah. This it's your Maul.
The other mall. You talking about? So we talking about the criteria?
Yeah. That I guess that you could say that. It kind of caught me off guard too, man. So I was just like,
that's the word. That's the word the kid. That's the word the boy used. I don't know what to call him. Yeah, the boy used. That's the word he used. Criteria.
He didn't say criteria. He was just like, how did you know that the woman you know what I'm saying? How did you know that hey, this is the woman, you know what I'm saying, that you want to be with?
Now see, that's a different question.
Yeah, that's two different questions.
That's a different question though.
Yeah, but it's still going the same thing. I mean, it's still going the same kind of
not really, because not really, because
you still gotta have a category. You can still gotta have a criteria before you even get to that, right?
Not really, because when you asked that, I was like, all right, I will answer it different, but I was gonna let Maul go, because I think when you go in with a criteria, you end up losing or missing out on what was good for you because you thought you knew what you wanted. You know what I mean? To an extent, like you gotta have like a little bit of a blueprint, but if you got some stuff that you ain't gonna sell, you know what I mean, because of this, that, and the third, or you go ahead and say, I want this, this, and that. So you just cutting off this and all that and all that. You're not, I think being with a person allows you to grow, because ain't no real knowing that person is the one. It took time for that to happen, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I think if you would have went in with a criteria, you might have cut it a little bit short. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think I want to say something to that, because I see what you're saying, but I feel like instead of criteria, it's like people have the wrong kind of list of like a type maybe. I believe in a criteria. I think sometimes people get held up on like a certain type or like a certain list to where it's unreasonable, to where they can be missing out on stuff. But I believe in criteria, your red flags, and your non-negotiables. And I don't really care about anything else. Like if my perspective, like if I were a new man right now and I wanted to get back into the game on some like serious man I'm gonna try to family again kind of thing, it would be criteria, non-negotiables, and my red flags or whatever, my deal breakers or whatever, and be strict on it, you know, because.
But that's different, my bad. That'll be different for the kids or the youngins that he's talking to, because you have the hindsight or the knowledge of going through or the experience of going through stuff to find out what it is that works for you. While these youngins might not.
That's why I think this.
Go ahead, dude. I need to say something funny.
Nah, these new age motherfuckers different. They ain't nothing like I, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to be too overly critical and shit, but
be critical.
When we were growing up, every chick, like, I don't know if there's a female that isn't married today that don't got a twerk video. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, you know what I mean? It's different. It's in a different time. It's not like when we grew up. Not the women that, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know, bro. Like I said, I don't know if it's too many homemakers nowadays because everybody mentality is towards chasing the bag, you know what I'm saying? And motherfucking coming up, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think you could, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they are putting, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you could be like focused on family, focused on, you know what I'm saying, the bag.
I think for me, man, it's like I always like when it comes to serious matters, I always, you know, now don't get me wrong, I don't always follow these principles, but I try to set my standards and what I do and how I look through things, the lens I look through a biblical standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I'll say again, I don't always follow the standard all the time, but I feel like some of the standards within the Bible really has some real, just it's some real good like way of looking at things from an instance like the standard saying being equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? When you say about being equally yoked, for me it means being like, okay, like what type of religion does she have? Well, not religion, what type of relation she has with God. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say religion. So I feel like from that right there, are we equally on that? Because from there we can build something with that. Because if, let's say, we go through an argument or something like that, and we like, man, I ain't feeling what you saying, or man, F you. You know what I'm saying? But then we go look at it from a biblical standpoint. All right, what does the Bible say about this? If both of us have that standard, then we can come together as one. You know what I'm saying? So me, I think that's the biggest criteria for me. I would want the woman that I have, you know, well, the woman I have, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, Maul, like if I was to go, if it was ever to be a situation like that, that's how I would view it. Like, okay, this
theoretically speaking.
Yeah. Right there.
Put the speakers out there. Theoretically.
Yeah. Put quotes on that. Theoretically.
Theoretically speaking, if.
Yes. Yeah, that's how I would look at it. Like, I mean, that's, you know, and of course it's other things that's that I would view also. I mean, there's some things that me personally I wouldn't deal with, you know what I'm saying, that I see out there and I'd be like, well, I don't know. I see some red flags, and you'll see somebody going through something. You be like, but the red flags was already there. But like I said, everybody has their own different criteria. But for me, that would be one of the number one things. You know what I'm saying?
Was that being evenly yoked in faith or belief?
I mean, like, do we agree mostly on, like, not just in the biblical standpoint, but do we agree on a lot of different, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna agree on everything, but for the most part, you gotta have something that you kind of like you agree on, like how you gonna raise your kids, or what are the principles that you have, what type of moral standard that you have. Because I mean, after a while, like you know, you gonna get old. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look good now, but it's really about, okay, what's up here that's really like fostering what type of relationship that's going to be. And I feel like not even that that goes even with your friends too. Like, okay, are y'all equally yoked in what y'all believe in? You know what I'm saying? So at least some type of standard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna believe the same thing, but you don't want your boys to be like, if he a thief but you ain't, that ain't gonna go together. You know what I'm saying? Like that type. You know what I mean? Like if I got a homeboy, I ain't gonna steal from him. You know what I'm saying? So that type of thing. You know what I mean? I know that's kind of like left field, but that's just an example.
I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying. Like as far as that, I look at that as like the equally yoked thing, as far as like having the same culture, you know, like, but culture doesn't have to be just like ethnic kind of thing. Well, you know me, I'm Orthodox Black in how I view things, you know, like
black and I'm black.
Blickety black. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not promoting no goofy shit. You feel me? But I mean, culture as far as like how your mentality is, you know, it's like Deuce was talking about. You can't have anybody where their culture is like the internet culture, meaning their talking points come from Twitter, or their way they see the world comes from Instagram and stuff, because it's like all of that stuff is like transient, it's fleeting, it's here today, gone in 3 hours, and it's underdeveloped, it's super hyped up, it's not expanded on. So if you have somebody that's super entrenched in like internet world, social media stuff, where they're, you know, whether it's like the twerking videos or just talking like everybody talks, yeah, we gonna get the bag in City Girls, or this is, or even if it's like the social justice shit where it's like extreme, it's like somebody that's too entrenched in like the internet is literally somebody like that's kind of disconnected, you know? And I kind of think if you were trying to find somebody now, you need somebody that either is not on social media, or they only use social media for like family, or they do news, or maybe they have business to where they have to utilize social media. But you need somebody that's disconnected from the goofy world of social media, you know, like for real. Because yeah, if they get in all their like talking points, most of those talking points are like hollow and underdeveloped, to where it's like if you with a girl that's like talking all of this stuff, and she sounds like she's a part of the popular thought, man, most of that popular thought is wrong, you know, and it's goofy as hell, you know, and you need somebody that's kind of not into that, you know, or not into it that much. And I don't know, with these young dudes, everybody is raised up in it, so nobody knows anything outside of that. So it's going to be hard, you know. You need somebody. It's because when you're born in it, it's hard to have a healthy relationship with it. But you kind of need somebody that's disconnected from trying to sound like social media, trying to sound like pop culture too much. You know, everybody gets influenced. Like that's not a wrong thing. But if she sounds like the 5 social justice talking points, or the 5 hot girl summer talking points, or just she sounds like a damn Instagram timeline, it's gonna be a problem.
And at the same time, he can't be doing the same thing though.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? I mean, like that's why I say I think it starts with him himself.
It's always their fault though.
There you go.
It's always their fault, right? Because I'm saying, you go. What do great fishermen say? In order to catch a fish, you got to think like the fish. See what I'm saying? It's their fault, bro. I blame women for everything, bro. It's the fall of the world is behind women. It shouldn't have been the apple.
So that's what you going with in your criteria when looking for a woman? That is their fault?
Mine? I've given up.
Oh, that's the advice you giving the kids? Like, man, it's their fault.
I've given up looking. I've given up looking.
Anytime you get actually it's their fault.
On some serious shit though. Like, go ahead.
No, he was just joking with you. Go ahead.
No, I was serious though. You gotta find yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you like, what you want from you in order to get that from a female or from a woman. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker. But she also, you got to also find a woman that's, like you said, like views and shit, like minded. You know what I'm saying? Someone, I don't know. Shit, I ain't found one, so. But
I think with what you're saying with find yourself, I think when you're finding yourself or while you're trying to find yourself, you're not going to be accepting the wrong type of woman because these are your red flags you have now. These are the shit, your non-negotiables at a third. So you're going to find, like, not looking for it is how you end up with the correct thing while you're trying to get yourself in order. Because even if you find the right woman but you're not in order, it's not going to work out. See what I'm saying? So like I said, it all starts, even though it's their fault, it all starts with us, I guess, with the solution type shit. You know what I mean? Especially if that's what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say.
I like what both of y'all said. Like, you got to know yourself first, because you can't. I feel like you can't build a healthy relationship if you're not healthy. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know what it is that you want, is hard to find. If you don't know what you want out of life, or if you don't have no purpose, you can't blame nobody else if they don't. You know what I'm saying? Or if they might have purpose and have, you know what I'm saying, but you're not there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think it starts with self. Like, before you can connect with somebody, you got to be there, you know what I'm saying, mentally, you know what I'm saying, probably even financially, you know what I'm saying, to take on
Especially
that.
financially.
So a lot of it starts with self, you know what I'm saying? So I like what both of y'all said, like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be mature yourself before you can even get to that point in your life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or maybe look at yourself, right? Because I was just thinking as you were saying that. If you look at yourself, find, you know what I mean? Like, find someone who complements where you're weak at. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what you got to find. Someone, I mean, that better have version of, you know what I'm saying? How you find that shit, I don't know. But, someone, you know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with, you know what I mean, with the math or the book part or the financial part of shit, maybe you need to find somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's strong, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah, I like that. Like, I think to that point, like, I want to reframe the conversation around like opposites attract. Like, opposites like may attract, but you don't want an opposite. You want a complement. You know what I'm saying? So if you're super creative, but let's say she is super like logical, financial, like, all right, we're gonna try to build and invest in this way, then that's a great combination. But if you guys are opposites, opposite leads to sparks, but that spark normally is some deep down friction that's gonna cause a chaos later on. Opposites don't work out. Complements, different poles, somebody that's more extroverted and somebody more introverted, they can complement each other. They can provide a balance, but that opposite shit, boy, it'll just be chaos.
That's where that polar word comes in. You know what I'm saying? Somebody bipolar did it.
That's probably one of them old sayings that they had a comma, and they ain't tell you what the rest of the shit was. Like,
probably
trap and comma, you didn't know what else it was and shit.
Hey, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But as far as Mom, what you were talking about finding yourself, I think if we talk about just a plan, I think you got to find yourself first, know yourself first, because like we talked about with the serious man thing, right? It's like having a vision, having a goal, because I feel like the purpose of a relationship is to build something. That's why we had this conversation about the poly kind of thing. And, everybody doesn't want marriage, but it's like, if you're in a serious thing, it has to be for a purpose, in my opinion. unless you're just passing time and just enjoying each other's company. All right, cool. But I feel like if you're trying to build something, then first, as a man, you got to know who you are. And this is from somebody who spent a decade and a half in a whirlwind. You feel me? And it's like, I know what kind of chaos that causes. You feel me? But you got to know yourself, have a vision, because the purpose of your woman is to be your partner, your helpmate, the person that pours into you. But if you don't have any direction, or if you don't have anything going on, it's going to cause issues. So once it's like, I think men should have a period where they are kind of abstinent, or just try to focus on themselves and their purpose first. I mean, and it doesn't have to be this crazy period of time. Like if you want a day, go out to dinner with somebody, but don't chase women for like a good amount of time. Just focus on purpose, who you are, being healthy, and being the best person you can be. You know, because once you're there, then you know what your red flags are. You know what you're not going to tolerate. You know what you want. You know, at least a little bit of some kind of vision that you have. So when you are trying to court a woman to build something with, now you kind of have something to go off of. You're not going off of, oh, she looks good, she kind of thick. Oh, she pretty, she kind of smart. Since you're more focused as a serious man, and you got a vision, you go, oh, damn, she really compliments this, or she really calms me in this way, or she really like adds to my life in this kind of way. Okay, this is the kind of thing I want to go towards, you know?
Yeah, like when you find, I got it. When you find that level of maturity, you put yourself in position to find that type of woman.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
That's a bar.
You feel me?
You really do. You really do, man. It's like, that's that whole opportunity means preparation kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
rest in peace, Nip.
You'll be where you're supposed to be when you're in the right mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It makes stuff clear, because if you don't have a vision for what you want in life or out of yourself, you're trying to look, everybody's going to deal with trying to figure themselves out. That's cool. But at that moment, don't be woman focused. Don't be purpose focused. You know, you can date and do all of that. Oh, okay, cool. Because guys will be like, not mess with women. What the hell? What's going on? But it's like, don't be chasing. Don't chase women. Like in the movie, I Think I Love My Wife, the dude was like if you chase the money, all of that other shit is going to come. So it's like if you're pursuing your purpose and your best self, everything else is going to fall into place, you know. But if you're chasing women and chasing sex and chasing, you know, love or company and shit like that, it's going to throw you off. You're going to be out of whack, and that could throw you off forever, man. Like for real, you know. So it's like when you have some kind of anchor in who you are, you don't get blown off course as much, hopefully, you know, because we all fall, you feel me? But I mean, you just want the best chance, you know. And once you're grounded, then it's like you get it. Like if you want to help, like guys always talk about, oh, submissive and she got to do this and that. Dude, if you're standing in your purpose and in your masculinity and you have a vision, if the shit is gonna happen. Like I promise you, man. As long as you're in a good, if you're in a good environments to where you can find these women. Now you can't be some kind of, I'm gonna be a businessman, purpose filled and about XYZ, but then you're in low level areas trying to find women. You ain't gonna find that helpmate on Instagram. It's not gonna happen. She like it's gonna be a different kind of thing, you know? And I see a lot of guys online trying to like find wives out of Instagram chicks. And it doesn't work like that. You know?
Right.
You can find somebody that you can ask out that's going to try to spend your money on a big ass restaurant that they don't really like they're going to order their steak well done and it's a $400 dinner. And it's just like, you don't even know how to interact in these environments, but you just want it because it's popping, because the internet says your date's got to be $400 or $500 now. You know?
Shit, they send you their cash app before they phone them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know none of. Look, I tell, like, if it don't work out with my woman, I'm just raising my children, bro, and working on my business. I ain't jumping back. I ain't jumping in these waters. On God, on my mama, on the dead
They
homie,
piranha.
on the set. I ain't jumping back.
On God, them. They
Oh,
piranha out there.
bro.
They
On
piranha out
the, he said on the set, on the hood.
there.
On phone them.
Yeah. Yo, so on AD and them, right? Like, yeah.
I know some. I'm gonna be hearing some stuff like, man, that ain't the right. Man, what this dude talking about? But I'm gonna have to come at him and be like, yo, man, yo, I don't agree with what you're talking about, man. Like, maybe you need to think about it this way.
I think it's more.
Huh?
I think we talked about that a couple episodes ago too. It's more about the approach. And I tell you right now, you go to a nigga and said, yeah, I don't really like what you're doing. That's not gonna work. It's more about the approach of just being in a convo, and then that type of shit happens.
You gotta establish that relationship.
Yeah, and it just happens to come up. You know what I mean? You build a, y'all have regular dialogue, and then sooner or later that comes up. You can't just run into a complete stranger like, yeah, little nigga, I don't really like what you be doing. I'm an old head. You know what I mean?
It's been a nice sunny day, but yo,
they say you talk to a nigga talk about the weather, you know something fucked up, right?
You know what I'm saying? It's about 87 degrees. It's real beautiful outside. You might want to get a motherfucking raincoat, but that bullshit you did the other day, you gotta kill it.
What a time to be alive, boy.
Yeah. I think we grew up in the best era.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. It was because it was in the mix. Yeah. It was outside, but some of the indoor stuff was starting to pop up also. You know,
just over the crack shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't killing like it was, you know what I'm saying? But we just got into just out of everything, just getting into everything, just get into the internet shit, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop was just jumping off, you know what I'm saying? It was still young and pure, you know what I'm saying? Everything was just pure. I mean, even the coke, I guess.
Oh, damn. Dude, have you ever seen when they do like the best years in hip hop? When they go into the 90s, like the mid to late 90s, like the years would have like 5 classics in their year, 7 classics in their year. Like it'd be like Nas, Wu-Tang, Tupac album, Outkast, UGK, like it'll be like
Everything contaminated, man.
Yeah, everything. Fucking the meat got steroids in it. Goddamn, the fish got mercury in it.
And not the shit I be growing in my garden, man. My Jane ain't got no contaminants.
Don't worry, what you got in your garden?
The whole earth fucked up.
Jalapenos, tomatoes. You thought I was gonna say something else though.
Got a real
like, hey,
well, the Smith's got a green thumb though, man. So I believe you was growing something for real. Yeah, I believe you was growing something for real.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't had peppers in his garden. He had tomatoes. Grandpa had tomatoes and shit though, right?
Tomatoes, corn, collard greens, snaps. No, I know snaps, like green snaps. And of course, you know, he had apples and stuff like that.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, we had the real Granny Smith apples, nigga.
Oh yeah.